Hello, soul listeners. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're good. I hope that you had a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this part of the world. And it's Sunday today. It's Sunday, and where I am now, it's pouring down and it's raining. No sun. Completely grayness. So I hope you have the sun on your side and you are making the most of it. Today for me, it was an opportunity to just pause and do something different. I had the possibility of doing that. So today, because I have the window gap to do that, I chose to go and see a service of a friend of mine. He's a minister in the area where I live. And I don't go to church all the time. I'm not the kind of person that I feel like I have to go to church to call to Creator, the angels, or my spiritual guides. But this man is a special man. And if you've never been to his place, is in Ollet Road Church. This is Liverpool area. And just his services, they are something else. And he gathers people from all walks of life and all religions. Religions, I can't even say the word. And that's why I love it. So there was beautiful shares on this service. And it's interesting, like sometimes when life changes your plans and you see as an opportunity to maybe do something that you haven't done for a while, that you miss it. For me, it's the people, really. Then you see as a blessing. Even if you had to do something else that you may like as well. But you see it as an opportunity to go into that space and connect. Remember. And after the service, there was some food as well. Every so often he does this. And we just sit down with everyone that was in the service. The ones, that were there. And we just connect and have food, have a coffee, a tea, a cake, and it's all donation space. You do what you can, you don't have to. And I was just chatting with a friend, and it was quite interesting that I saw him. I haven't seen him for a while as well, and he was sitting down in the service by me as well. And as we were having our food, we were just sharing some thoughts. We're talking about the healing, because through the service there was a lot of connecting to going to the winter, into the dark nights. It's a time to let go, to go inwards, and to really get inspired by nature. And I was just sharing with him that I think last year, more than anything, I started to feel like really drawn to go into quiet time, to go more within. So winter, to go to bed a little bit earlier, to not have late nights. And my late nights was dancing, because I did Latin dance for quite a while. And I used to have quite a few late nights. And it started last year, I was just called to just go within and just rest. And this year is exactly the same. That's how I feel. And we were talking about that, and how important to go within. And in the service, Phil, which is the minister in the church, he was, talking about the cycles of nature and how we could learn so much about it. And when I share things here with you, the message that's come in is very, very similar to this, you know. Is the seasons are there to show her something, and to learn through the seasons is magic itself. You know, at this time, as Phil said, and I've said before as well, the trees do not, you know, the branches of the trees do not say to the leaves, you're not allowed to fall. It just is. There's a sense of is as it's supposed to be. There's a sense of acceptance. The human mind creates this expectations of everything, and this could come from a place of wanting to experience something, you know. But what is getting in is like when things have expired. Silly example, you're not going to eat food that is out of date, right? You just aren't. When it's time to let go, it's time to, I'm not even going to say to bin it, it's time to let go and understand that that food no longer is good for you. And I want to really do like this, which means neither is good or bad, it's just it's just not the time. The time is just passed out to eat their food. That's it. You had a beautiful time of life, and now it's time to just, you get excited to try new flavors. Let's put it that way. And then we're kind of sharing something about around these lines. We're saying, you know, how important it is around during this time to, you know, to go within, to realize, you know, the things that, you know, as you go into the darkness of the winter, we are going into the darkness of our deep self. And maybe there could be things that are rising up and stuff like that. And then we both said this, or we came with a kind of an understanding that we agreed in something on a deeper level, which was healing can come in many different ways. Okay, it come in when you go within and you tap into things that are resurfacing. Okay, and then you do the work that is needed, that you feel drawn to. He said something, and I completely agree with this. The healing starts when you go out in the world, in the relationships, in your connections, you know. And this is truth. Even from past, it all started from that connection with another human being. It could be past lives, but it's still a connection. It's still a connection. So as he said this to me, I said to him, yeah, 100%. So 100%. I feel this deeply. There are moments in my life where I connect with people, or I have connected, or I am connecting with people, and we come together. And sometimes they may be in my life for years, or they may be for months or weeks. And we are coming together. because we are awakening something and within us that after this connection happens, we have to go within to understand what was awakening, triggered, whatever is the name that you want to give it to. And that is when you take that time for soul solitude. It is in the connections that you go out and about, and the awareness that you have about yourself, that will take you then by choice, obviously, into those deeper spaces. And this is my belief, the awareness that I have of what awakens within me, or I have been triggered, it's never about the other person. It's never about the other person. It is that person is only mirroring back to me what is inside of me that needs to be looked. And I had an experience not so very recent where this happened, connected with a beautiful soul, and I'm going to say as it is, I thought, because it was told on the other end that that person was having a lot of realizations, not only because I was in this person's life, but kind of was activating even more. And I thought, okay, through that process, I heard this person. And when I heard this person, I was like, okay, this is happening. And it is happening to this person that there's a big shift, big awaken, like we came together to shake in each other, because at the same point, I was having that in myself as well. I was having that in myself at the same time. And it's not fun. It's not a fun thing to go through, because there's a lot of other things involved. But the thing that really brought me into grounding this experience was what that person is mirroring back to me. And the thing that is interesting is when you think, oh yes, I've done that. That's already, I have dealt with it. It's done and dusted. And then the other person comes into your life and it's like, have a look again. And that's what happened. Now, if this would have happened to me a couple of years ago, I would not know or even have the awareness of what was happening as it was happening. But because of the level of the two people that were involved, me and the other person, and the communication that was done through that process, then the realization or realizations of the shift that needs to be put into place was there, bigger, wider, and in our face. And this is a pure example, okay, the pure example that I came together with a beautiful soul. We mirror each other, and then we walked away. And yeah, That's the perfect example. And when we walk away, and if this is happening to you now at some point, you know, when this happen, if you are going through, or let me just rephrase this, if you are going through this at this time, know that it's okay. It's okay to go within, and know that it's okay to the other person cannot give you the answers. You know, it's everyone is having so much on their plate that sometimes basically what happens is you just come together, you mirror each other, and then you go out. And you know, if that person left, or you left because you felt like you needed to, this is another thing that is really important to acknowledge. And I say this every time. I said it yesterday in a video. A person cannot meet you in a level. A person can only meet you in a level that they meet themselves. Have no expectations of how is this going to happen, okay? Have no expectations, because again, through my life, and this is the truth, and I don't say this from a place of victimhood or poor me, Patricia. No, it's just the reality as it is. That's it. There are moments where I have not had the closure like I felt like I needed from many situations. And as I was saying this to you, I was like, I'm wondering if I've done that to others as well. Maybe I have. Okay, as soon as I said this to you, part of me was like, what about you, Patricia? Have you ever not give closure to someone? No. When we observe this in ourselves, we observe it from a place of kindness and compassion. We're not here to point the finger. Remember that a person can only meet you where they meet themselves. And with that comes a lot of things, you know. That person have a story, that person have an upbringing, that person have a years and years and years of conditioning, of ways of thinking that may not serve them. There's so much on the line. So much on the line, okay? So it's like, yeah, some people may not even care to give you closure. Yeah, that can happen. You cannot be bothered. That's it. But if someone would have that attitude, they will have the attitude to themselves as well. Do you see? And it's okay. Now, it's hard sometimes when you don't have closure because it feels like you are dangling for something. But think, why do I need closure? Why do I need the validation of someone to reassure of how I feel? Okay? I don't know if you can hear the rain. It's a lot of rain going on. A good Sunday day to stay at home. Some people just don't have the capacity to do that closure for you. They may be holding on to ways of thinking that do not allow them to do that. Now, if you want closure from a person that has not given that to you, just give closure to yourself and choose yourself to create that closure. It's simple. Now, that doesn't mean that it's easy. It takes time. It takes time. And when someone doesn't give you closure, it may leave you with a sense of, there's a sense of abandonment that can rise. And if you have this coming up, this feeling could stir from early ages in your life. Okay, hold space for yourself. See as an opportunity, okay, where in my life I felt abandoned, where in my life I felt, because this is a perceiving, unless it was a fact. Could be perceiving, or it was a fact, or within that fact, within that truth that it was, what feelings are stirring, coming up. See yourself on the other end as well, where you cannot give closure to someone. And why can you not give closure to someone? What is a part of you that still wonders? It's like dangling a carrot, you know? Dangling a carrot. And again, I'm going to say what I said yesterday in my video. I don't want to call and label anything. I'll try my best not to, from a place of being really conscious about this. Because when you go out and about in life, we are operating 95% from our subconscious level. 5% is from our conscious level. Unless we work in therapies that are going through the deep, deep unconscious and unravel all the limited beliefs, we are not aware of it. Now, if you have done the subconscious level, you are going to be aware of your patterns. You're going to be aware of all the things that you're going to get to know yourself in such deep level, such a deep level, that you're going to start to recognize others when they are on that level, and when there is an avoidance to go into that level. See, when we come together with others, we are activating each other all the time. We are activating each other constantly. It's like if you are switched on and tuned in, you'll start to see this. You start to feel it. You start to feel it. One thing that I liked when I was watching my friend's service, there's a part that he has candles, and he asks people to go and say a joy or sorrow. A joy or sorrow. Sorry for yawning. Releasing. And there's a lot of people that stood up today, and Phil was there to help us to lit our light in a candle with the flame. And there was beautiful shares, beautiful shares, and I was just listening, and part of me was like, I'm really happy to just listen today. And then another part of me was like, no, I want to say something. Are you surprised? And then I stood up and I was like, okay, let's go and see what comes out. I didn't even knew what I was going to say until I held that candle. And then I said, I can't remember the exact words, but it was like on these lines of that I wanted to say thank you to the Creator for the times that I didn't feel enough, and for the reminder that I am whole already. And as I say this to you, when I said for the times that I didn't feel enough, the image that I got was of a tree losing the leaves again. So the trees, when they lose the leaves, they know it's the natural rhythm of life. They don't think, just buried me, okay? They're never going to feel, think, sense, whatever you want to say, that they are not enough because they're losing the leaves. They know there is a rhythm of life, of letting go. And so it was like, as soon as I said that I felt like I wasn't enough. And thank you, Creator, for showing me that I am whole. It's because a tree is whole. In all, whole, perfect, in all the times of the seasons. Because there's magic in all stages. There's magic in all stages. And as I said that, I was so emotional. I had to breathe, inhale and exhale, and really breathe to not fall into tears. To not fall into tears. It's like, I'm holding it. Not because I have to. You don't have to. Tears are good. And I could feel of how emotional it made me feel just to say it. Just to say it. So this is a message for you today. If there's any part of you today, or whenever you see this video, know that all parts of you are needed, that you are more than enough as you are, and you are whole. You are whole in the eyes of the Creator. You are whole on the eyes of all the Creator. And there's another thing that I want to share with you. There's this beautiful woman, I can't even remember her name, but she sings in a church, and she's such a beautiful angel. She has these amazing hugs, and I see her, I don't even know when was the last time I see her. It's such a beautiful, authentic soul. Like, yeah. And we were talking about the times of darkness, the times where we go deep, and the times of how we need to bring the light. Phil was just reading a passage, and it was just sharing a story. I can't remember the story now. And then as she was speaking to me about this, because she really liked it, we were sharing part of the things that we hear Phil say. She said, "Oh, I just had an insight now. I remember that that I, you know, when I was little and I would woke up." No, sorry. She said, "Oh, it's just because we were talking. Oh, I have not been sleeping properly." And then she was like, "Oh, I have an insight now," because she's been waking up in the middle of the night. And then she reminds herself about something that she experienced when she was little. Then when she woke up, it was dark, and then she used to sing. In that moment that she was speaking to me, she remembered that she could sing if she wake up in the middle of the night from the blue. Everything is as supposed to be. So I said to her, "You know what? If I wake up early, I'm going to sing. And when I sing, think about me and I'll think about you." Because it's all about vibration. And one of the things that I felt, because we all want connections, we all want to feel that connection, that real connection, which is that connection that kind of we have this. For some of us, we just know that it exists. It's that connection of all that it is. So when we were singing, or actually I didn't sing much today, I want to hear it. At the end, my eyes were closed and everyone was singing, and I could just sense this light of the Creator and all these beautiful voices just coming one with, it was just one. And as I say this, my whole body is vibrating, which is a reminder that that's who we are. And we want to feel these connections in here, because deep in our soul, in our DNA, in our I feel like this energy is like a blue strand of like energy in our deep core. We want to feel that connection. We want is because that connection is a remembering of all that it is in the purest vibration. In the purest vibration. And that remembers you. And when it's pure, when it's when it just is, when there's no expectations, when you just are, when you just are. And for souls, if you are listening to this, and if you are coming to a point in your life where you like, I don't even know why I'm here, because this is what I'm getting. I don't even know why I'm here. You are just in the right place at the right time. It's now. Although sometimes it may feel like why certain things are happening in our life, you know, but it's just helping us to build our container to something that goes beyond of what you can see right now. And with that come lost. With that comes saying goodbye. saying goodbye to a version of yourself that no longer is kind of matching the energy that is like create is like get going. Yeah. Feel all that you need, but know that the challenging times, the hard times, the times again that you have to say goodbye, the times that things have to go, let them go. Just let them go. Let them go with ease and grace. Be grateful that once they were in your life and now they aren't, because there's exciting things coming in. So the invitation for today, I'm going to give you an exercise for you and for me as well, okay? It is for us to sit down and to journal of the things that have been in our life, but the time for them to leave or not being present as much, they need to go. It's just time to just shift. You're going in different directions, and bring gratitude, and bring love into these people, this person, this situation, or people. Pardon me. And just send them lots and lots and lots of love. Be grateful for when they were in your life, for the moments you shared. And I feel this, for some of you, this could be actually people that passed away to the other side, as well as people present in this physical world. And then when we do this, it's just allowing all the emotions to rise up. Allowing all the emotions to rise up and really feel them. Really feel them. Nothing in life is a waste of time, because everything, every situation is building your character, is building, like good David says of Kabbalah, your vessel. It's your soul, for your soul growth, for your soul. I would say for me, it feels like a soul remembering, more than a soul remembering and then expanding into this physical world to a soul growth. Kind of, you are, the way I feel is like we are catching up with what is always been, but we are just catching up with that. I don't know if it makes sense. I can't find the words, but this is how I feel. And then after that, the invitation is that we be conscious about the people that entered your life right now or are entering your life right now, and actually they are inviting you, or you having new opportunities, right? They are inviting you for a new phase of your life. And as I was saying this to you, Creator was just showing me that nothing is lost, my love. Thank you for the reminder. A bit cheeky out there, Patricia, with your comment. Creator knows me, so he knows. Yeah, nothing is lost. You may have this sense of lost, and this is for me as well. This may be, we may have this sense of loss, but that sense of loss is not real. It's not real. Nothing is lost, everything is gained. Nothing is lost. Nothing is lost. So this is the messages for today. And if you know anyone that is kind of living life at the moment in going through some of the topics that I spoke here, just send them this video to give them strength. You know, to give them strength. I always been, and as I say this to you, I can feel emotional, you know, like my throat chakra is tightening and all this kind of stuff, but I feel it in my heart space as well. I always been a person that always felt different, and that difference it made me feel isolated, misunderstood, and this is not about anyone. This was about me. Was about me started the process of finding that I am my own persona, and then I am no we are all on the same boat kind of thing. Yes, I'm a very sensitive soul. I am, always been since I was very young age. I feel everything. And when I say I feel everything, it's everything. From this world and from the other side world. And through the years, my senses, my connection in strengthening to the Creator, into the divine, kind of amplified the ability for me to tap into places where sometimes I see things, feel things that are 3D things, that sometimes they feel intense to see and observe, but all it is as supposed to be with this saying. And one thing that I've learned is within my sensitivity, my empathy, my feelings and my premonitions that I have on my dreams, it's just showed me later on confirmations of what I knew already, and then I had the confirmation. And it's through these moments that I came closer to the Creator, and through practices that I do, through other people that I follow, where this beautiful knowledge that we are one and that we're not separate. That's why when I was in the church of my friend's church, and when everyone was singing and I was just listening, my eyes were closed, I could just feel that the vibration of people's voices and that union, and all that I was shown was that, Patricia, you are not what you do, my love. You are so much more than that. Although this is what you're doing here, you are not what you do. This is who you are. And I was shown like all of those sounds, people singing, all becoming one with the Creator. Because at the end of the day, we all search for the same, connecting to others. It's our heart that limit that connection because of hurt. So I'm sending you lots of love and have a blessed day and week.